Hey, what's up, guys? So let's solve this 1093 statistics from a large sample. Okay, so you are given a large sample of 0 to 255 since the sample is so huge, and but represent a count where count k is the number of times where k appear in a sample, and you need to return the minimum, maximum, median, mean, median, mode, and then return in terms of minimum, maximum, mean, median, and mode. 10 to the 5. Okay, the arrow. For example, 113340. Okay, so this means that your array is, let's say, 0, 1, 3, 4, or 0. So actually, your data is basically your data has this is indices 0, 1, 2, 3. So that means you get 1, right, and 3 or 2, 4, 3. Okay, and nothing. So the minimum is 1. So the first is minimum, maximum is 3. And the mean is the average summation, right? So 19 divided by 8, because total you have 8 elements. So 8, you can see, oh, this is total 8. And the median is what? The least 8 numbers, right? So these two are median, the 4 and the 5. So total is 2.5, because there's even, and the mode. Okay, mode is the how many which happen the most is a 3. So in this case, he says that the most is at most unique. So that's it. Okay, so I think the problem is very clear. And so what should we do, right? So the minimum is very the maximum are trivial, right? Because you just go through an array. You just go through an array, right? You just go through array, go through. And then however, for example, if you see the count of that number is non-zero, then you can just update the minimum, right? So you can do minimum, although there's no anything to update, minimum equals to originally minimum. This is minimum, and the maximum just this is x minimum, and like x maximum just keep iterate. Okay, so if I go through this array, and I will see, oh, I will first update the minimum and the maximum to be least, and after that the minimum is already fixed by the indices I, and that's it. So minimum and maximum are trivial. Okay, mode are also trivial, right? Because once I go through array, I can ask I just need to ask this I, which count I is maximum. Okay, so this is just one iteration. I just go through and see which one is maximum. And also the mean is trivial, right? Because I can initialize, let's say, initialize my small sum to be 0. And then I just add equals to the count I times I, right? And finally, I just do the sum divided by the summation of count I. Okay, so these four min and max and the mode and min can be directly used one for loop. Right, so it's ON, right? So this guy is this is very simple. Okay. Let's go through the first one. So maximum initialized to be negative infinity, minimum to be infinity, mode to be 0. Let's say S is 0. So S is the sum, total is 0. So if non-empty, count I greater than count mode. So this is mode. Mode update to I, and the maximum and the minimum update, and the sum and the become total, right? So total is how many number. Okay, so the mean just S divided by total. And after this for loop, the minimum and the maximum and the mode are all have. Okay. So the mean. Okay, so the only difficult part maybe this median part. Okay. So what is the, so after this iteration, you know how many data, right? You get the total. Okay. So if total is odd, let's say total is odd, If it's odd, then we just return the we just need to return the total total divided by 2, add one number, right? Because suppose I have 5 numbers, the median is the third of them, right? So just 5 divided by 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay. So now it's very simple, right? I just initialize, let's say I initialize the count ini to be 0, and I just count. I just keep adding the counts. Right? So ini add count, okay, until ini greater than total divided by 2 plus 1. And once ini greater than this, that means I find the answer, right? So the answer, the median, will be just I. Okay. So in this case, that's ini 0. I initialize the median to be 0. If total is odd and goes through its ini less than this, I just add it. Okay. Finally, I just let median to be I minus 1, and I break. Okay. If n is even, a little bit tricky. If n is even, I need 2 numbers. Just like in this case, right? Since n is 8, in this case, n is 8. So I need 2 numbers. So I need one called left, one called right. For left need to be n divided by 2. Right need to be n divided by 2 plus 1 if n is even. Okay. So we do the same thing, right? But go through the array twice. You can combine it once, but I think it's a little bit tricky. So I write it in twice. So left less than total divided by 2. I just count if left greater after this. Once the initial greater than total, then I just find the middle left and the middle right. So I get left and right, and I compute its sum divided by 2. Okay, so that's it. So I think only the median is a little bit tricky. The rest are almost trivial. Okay, so see you guys next videos.